Hello everyone, this is Cody Lee of BlackCatBooks.org, author of I, the Dragon, Cruel and Beautiful, Rabbit Hole, King Dia, Lauren Frey, Grim Clover, Internet Blood Sports, and the upcoming Jaw of the Dragon. And I think Video Game Lover 58 is a huge faggot. And the reason I say this is because I recently did a investigation into the sales of the PlayStation Vita. I don't think about the Vita. I don't care about it at all. It's not something I really talk about. Like the Vita was a failure. Like you don't hear anybody like to admit it, but like the Vita was like an abject failure. But something Video Game Lover 58 said the other day really piqued my interest. I really piqued my interest. ARMS is a failure. Like Tekken 7 did way better. Tekken 7 is way better than ARMS. First of all, Tekken 7 is like the only major fighting video game franchise that didn't shit the bed this gen. Like everything else is fucking dead. Like Soul Calibur, Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, like literally everything is dead. Tekken 7, the only thing nice you can say about Tekken 7 is that like it's not as bad as the other franchises yet. ARMS was cool and original. It was innovative. It was a brand new game on Nintendo Switch. It's a completely different kind of fighting game. I find it weird to like compare the two, especially since Tekken is like an existing long-lasting franchise that's been around since like the 90s. Like what exactly do the two have in common, really? And like another thing, like Smash Bros. Ultimate is like more popular than both. It's the most popular fighting game in the world right now. So I don't know what you're trying to prove. I don't know what you're trying to what you're trying to say by this, especially since this is not the first time you brought this up. But the thing that gets me though, the thing I noticed when I went to go look at like PlayStation Vita sales, I looked at the best-selling PlayStation Vita games ever, right? And the best-selling PlayStation Vita game of all time was Call of Duty Black Ops, 1.5 million units. ARMS on Nintendo Switch outsold the best-selling game on the PlayStation Vita. And this guy is going to come out here, has been for the past several years, talking about how ARMS is a failure, how it's not going anywhere, how it's like a failed IP or some shit. I don't know what his obsession with this particular game is. Like this guy just has like a massive hate boner for Nintendo, apparently. But I was the fact that like this Nintendo Switch game, like not even like the best-selling Nintendo Switch game of all time, not even close. Like this mildly successful Nintendo Switch game outsold Call of Duty on your platform of choice, right? And like this guy, he's bragging about how good the PlayStation handhelds were. What PlayStation handhelds? Like they've stopped producing them. They're focusing on the PS5, which is also a failure. Right? They're focusing on PC, which is also a failure. They're talking about like making their own PC launcher, which is also going to be a failure. Like I don't understand why he's such a rabid PlayStation fanboy that he would talk down to a completely random Nintendo Switch game. Why? Just because I enjoy it? Just because 2 million other people enjoy it? Like what's the big deal? Like, why the hate for ARMS? It doesn't make any sense. Like, especially since he's hung on to this, like, delusional belief that ARMS has failed for the past 5 years. It's absurd. It is ridiculous. And it needs to be called out more, I think. Actually, the reason I'm making this video, the reason I'm calling out Video Game Lover 58 now is because, like, he has been going after people in my audience, and I am getting tired of that. So yeah, Steve, fuck off. Like, stop talking about me. Stop talking about people in my Discord. Stop talking about like me on live streams and like with their like autistic cabal of like nepotistic fucks. Like, I don't want anything to do with it. Okay, it's you lost, okay? The PlayStation Vita is in the ground where it belongs. Like, maybe some alien civilization will come by, dig it up, and assume we had primitive video gaming technology. But, like, humankind has moved on, okay? We've moved past the Vita. We've moved on to Nintendo Switch, and all of us are enjoying games like ARMS, games like Fire Emblem Three Houses, and games like the upcoming Splatoon 3.